ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to a galaxy far, far away, and happy 18th of December. And this day, the model of the day, okay. And today we have another really, really difficult model. It took some research, but in the end I figured out what ship it is. We are going back to the movie Rogue One, where this ship, or this type of ship, is used many, many times, especially towards the end of the movie. This is a U-Wing starfighter, or U-Wing support craft. And the model is actually quite nice, now that I figured out what it is. It actually does depict it quite well, but what you need to... What confuses me is the fact that, a little bit like with the Gauntlet fighter, the Mandalorian Gauntlet we had the other day, the wings of the U-Wing can actually turn back, and they actually do that quite a bit in the movie. So whatever the situation requires, you can actually have the wings in several configurations. And on this figure, they're locked in place. And it makes the model a little bit obscure, but also not that bad. It's definitely better than the Gauntlet we had the other day. So what is a U-Wing? It has a very special role in the Rebel Alliance Armada. Because it's not only a starfighter, it actually has, of course, quite potent laser cannons, but it also functions as a troop transport. It could transport up to 8 passengers. And it has 2 side entrances, and on those side entrances you can actually mount any manually operated cannon that the passengers can then use while the U-Wing is in flight to help with some assistance. And that is actually what we see in the end of Rogue One, because we are on the battle on the planet Scarif, where the Death Star plans are being kept, and this group of rebels that calls themselves Rogue One, under the leadership of Jyn Erso, are trying to steal them. And then the entire rebel fleet arrives in orbit around the planet to assist. But the problem is the planet is actually shielded. There is this big shield around the planet, so they can't enter it. There is only a small entrance, and as soon as the rebel arrives, they're starting to close that entrance. So only a few X-Wings and 1 U-Wing actually gets through. But that's good, because this door-mounted iron cannon that you can put on is actually saving the day quite a bit, because you see a passenger of this U-Wing using an iron cannon to shoot down some AT walkers that are making the life miserable for the Rogue One rebels on the ground. And then the U-Wing lands afterwards, and the troops aboard are also helping them out. So that was good that they that they arrived and actually helped them in succeeding in their mission. Rogue One was the first of the not numbered Star Wars movies that was released after Disney took over, and I actually think that they have actually made a really, really nice movie. It's very different. It's more like a war movie, actually. But it's really, really exciting, despite the fact that you know how it ends. And one of the main characters in Rogue One is the thief Cassian Andor, who actually has his own series released on Disney Plus last year. And that is a really, really different Star Wars series that for that reason, also had a really broad appeal. It became extremely well received, also in a broader audience that normally watches Star Wars. And that's because they took a very unique angle of actually taking it a little bit from the ground up, where you see how normal people are being suppressed by the Empire. And Andor himself is then filtered into this grand scale adventure. And it's really, really good. It's paced nicely, and you don't see any lightsabers. There's no Ford, no Ford. There's no Force, no nothing. It's very, very different Star Wars, but also some of the best that they've made. I also said that, of course, I've said many things are some of the best. There's a lot of Star Wars that I really like, and I still believe that Clone Wars is still the more important Star Wars series to watch, but this one is definitely worth watching because it shows you what the Star Wars universe also is capable of. So definitely a warm, warm recommendation. So, what do you think about the not numbered movies? Have you seen Andor? What do you think about them? The comment field is open below. I hope that you like this video. If you do, please give it a like. If you aren't subscribed already, I hope that you will subscribe. And please share this video with friends and family and other people that you think might find it fun. If they happen to be Danes, you can send my Danish video to them as well. I hope I'll see you tomorrow for yet another door. Bye-bye.